Welcome to Ed Leedskalnin's live cam. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holiday. This is Ed's wheel stripped down to its bare block and the top load. And right now I'm just giving it a haircut. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I trimmed it, the fiber hairs back, wrapped the wire down to the bottom. We're going to build right down here, about that far, good inch and a change. Will be a copper round 1/4 inch tubing going around the whole wheel. And then there'll be another one below it, and each one will be rails for a positive and negative, and that's what we're going to connect these wires to. And then we're going to put a box right here, just like Ed's picture. And in case some of you guys haven't seen the picture, I think it's over here in my Ed Leedskalnin research. Got this, you got that, 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 you got that. And then we got the big old black book, and that consists of that and some research. That's a layout of Ed's coral castle, and that looks like a circuit. So we're going to analyze that whole thing and see if the layout itself has any explaining to do. Coral Castle explaining. So we're going to go back. This is the book I got back in 82 or 3. It was published in copyright 88. I don't think it was 88 when I got it, but it was definitely had to be. Plus it was out before it was copyrighted. But a couple things here. Where's that other? Is it that book? Is there another book floating here somewhere? I thought maybe there might have been, but no. So when you look at this picture, in case you guys are new to Ed Leedskalnin, in this picture here, you can see his wheel, and then you can see there's a black box. It's like a wooden box with a bolt. And it's got a looks like it could be a chain with a shadow, or 2 chains. And then there's a wire right there that goes up. Now that right there is just like my pipe that I have coming up from the ground. And then you have the top angle. And then you look at Ed's, he's got the pipe coming up, and there's that top angle. There's a couple other features. He's got the box, he's got chain that comes down here, comes back up the bike, and you can see there's, let me get that thing to focus. That right there and that right there is tie-down wire. You can see, don't know if it's from the light or not, but you can see that there's some darkening on that side versus that side. That right there, chain looks like it's bunched up. It's got a hook hanging from it. That right there, I'm going to think that's Ed's homemade capacitor. And I'm thinking that the battery is sitting back behind Ed's wheel back there. There's a notch down there for a battery. So I'm thinking the battery comes around and feeds this. And he's not showing the coils on the wheel here, because I don't think the wheel is fully set up there. So, and there's another cool stuff is the box, the cable that runs down, and then when you get to that chain that goes to a bolt, has a cable going to it too. Interesting stuff. So let's set you back up on my creative phone holder. I got tie wire there and a tie wire behind it, and have it up here. Sit it down there. I'm going to work on the wheel a little bit before somebody wants my attention. Somebody's going to want something from Daddy-O. Let's get it good. Alright, so there you go. Now I get to get back to work. There's a lot of work going on here. And pretty much just taking the wire, wrap it around a little tighter than it was, come around the bottom, and tighten them up, give it some twist. Sort of looks nice and clean. As this gets finished, I want to create two areas in the middle that are insulated from each other. So, you know, you still have the bolt sticking out for what reason, and you still have the center hub with a half moon and a little keeper key sticking out. Why is that there? I mean, it's there for a reason, so it just makes you think. If anybody have any of their own suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. I don't have any proof of what. Really? Seriously? No, it can't be true. I still have a coil here. That means this here is still attached. Is it? No. Where's this at? I got a magnet here with a coil on it with no ends. And I can see that two magnets are still together. So I cleared all that out. So basically, got to break it free. And obviously there's two. So now we actually freed up some wire for that end. And we freed up wire for this end. We know this is the start. Ah, geez. Of course this one's going to be could never be easy. Yeah, so the two starts. Actually, I'm going down, so that would be good. So I need some tape. Woo, started to clean the workshop. There's a lot going on. I know you guys probably get a workshop like mine, which is gets messy, and then you spend some time and you clean it up. Kind of feels better. But for any of you guys who are married, then you'll appreciate that there ain't nobody out there gonna frickin' tell you when to clean your workshop. You can do it when you want, unlike your house. So back to this guy here. We have the start over here. We have the start over here. That's a start too, yes. So that start goes over there. This here, I'm gonna whack it over another time, turn it over, maybe 2 times. You can always back wire out. Alright, so look at that. I had some there that weren't even. Let's wrap this wire back around. I'm gonna find that bottom. Ah, yeah, we freed it up. That's gonna also be a power in. Well, not always power in, but it's gonna be interesting. I'll tell you what. So, a couple interesting things is going to be a good task to take on is the engineering part of bringing power to this with the wheel turning. It's not the easiest thing out there to do, and this is where the engineer in me has to come out, because it's a little different than just wrapping coils or following somebody's thing of what they already built. Now it's really about me now, because of what I've learned and what I know and just how I think about stuff, because now it's no longer Ed leaving something that you could follow. Now it's Ed's wheel's been stripped down, so all you have is a pair of bare bones sitting there. Ed's Skeletor wheel, we should call it. And the Skeletor wheel is so stripped that even the government didn't feel threatened by leaving it there, because they could have taken it, well, like when they went into Tesla's lab and whatever, when he passed away, whatever laboratory he had going that time, if he did, maybe he didn't, has already been stripped out and stuff taken. But I'm sure those people, excuse me, were only interested in the paperwork and probably never really took anything other than just the paperwork. Or maybe there was specific stuff that the government had spied on with Tesla and knew he was working on, and they were interested in those particular items and took those. But that was back in the day. Who knows? So you guys didn't know I was a barber, huh? I was thinking about taking a torch and trimming it up that way, but I don't want to screw up the enamel on the wire. Because then the magnet would just ground out to the copper. And that's not what I want. So, you can see, nice and cleaned up. Wires down the bottom.